Once you can let go of everything that makes you human, you'll be free. Bobby Hemmett. So I want to talk about this. Because what is it to be human? To be human, a human is a man that is lost and trapped within their hue. Now, what you need to understand is, in the spiritual world, hue, right, color, plays out in the 3D as a perspective. Whenever you expand as a spirit, you gain a new perspective. You emit a different hue. Color is light. You emit a different light. You see things in a different light. And you have a new perception. Now, if you stay in that perception long enough, it'll become a mind frame, a mindset. And so a human is someone that is stuck in their perception and all their perceptions and is stuck in a mindset, a mind frame, a way of seeing things, a way of perceiving something. That plays out in the third dimension as someone who's not able to see things in another way, someone who's not able to see things in a new, broader light, someone who has already made their mind up and said, no, this is what it is, and they don't even realize that it's just a perception. They think like, no, that's not how I'm perceiving it. That's facts. Like, that's what it is. I'm going to give you guys an example of this. Let's say someone leaves a hate comment under your video. And you see the hate comment and you see the comment and you perceive it as a hate comment. And now you're like going off on this person. Or you take it personally and it's like, damn, why are people so mean? And you refuse to see it any other way. You can't see it any other way. Understand that someone could have left a comment about your body and you could go off and be like, oh, you're body shaming, like that's body shaming. You might say like, how is this not body shaming? Like, she literally said that my love handles are ugly, like that's body shaming. Like, what are you talking about? There is no other way to see it. There is another way to see it. If you were programmed to see such a comment as a test, if you were programmed to see negative comments towards your character as a test towards your own self-love and your own belief in yourself, then you would look at the comment and the way you would perceive it wouldn't be hate. You would perceive it as a test. Like, oh, this person is testing my confidence. They're testing my self-love. They're testing how much I believe in myself. Oh, she's going around throwing tests around. Tests help us become stronger. You wouldn't see it as negative. Understand that it's a program that you're in. And to be a human is to be lost in that program and to not realize that it is just a program. You're lost in an illusion. Because in all reality, take out the programming, take out your perception. That comment is just a ordered series of letters typed in an ordered fashion with meanings attached to it that we assigned to it, that we gave to it. If we didn't give it any meaning, it doesn't have a meaning. It's just letters constructed in a specific ordered way with meanings that we assign to it. That's all it is. Everything else is a perception, is a programming, is an illusion. Understand that. First step into not being a human, not being lost in your perception, not being lost in your hue. Once you can let go of everything that makes you human, you'll be free. So you want to let go of all your perceptions that you have, of how you perceive love, how you perceive hate, how you perceive happiness, how you perceive negativity, how you perceive togetherness, how you perceive good and bad. You want to let go of all of it. Because you know the truth is that these are just perceptions. Perceptions that I didn't create and come up with on my own. Perceptions that were given to me and that were programmed into me since childhood. Now, if perceiving something a certain way is working out for you, meaning it's not hindering your peace, it's not bringing you to hell, then you can leave it alone. But if you perceiving something in a certain way that brings you to hell, that disrupts your peace, that makes you feel uneasy, that causes you to blame God or whatever the case is, then change your perception. Because perception is not facts. How you perceive something is not facts. It's not the truth. It's not what it is. It's just largely agreed upon. Just because majority of the world agrees doesn't mean it's true. You see. Because everything is nothing. And we are the nothing. Truth itself is something we created. Hear me when I say that. Because in the beginning there was nothing, and we ourselves is nothing. Truth itself is something we created. We all agreed upon it. Okay, that's going to be the objective. That's going to be the ground that we stand on, the truth that we can stand on to sustain ourselves in this reality, so this reality could actually last. So we can actually experience. We have to come together and agree on something so we can then go and experience what we agreed on. And we can further create and build off that foundation. That's all truth is. That's all truth is. Now, a human is someone that gets stuck in these made up truths, which are just widely, accepted things that we agreed on, right? We get lost in it. That's what it is to be a human. It's to forget that you created it. It's true because you decided it's true. We decided it's true. Teamwork makes the dream work. If a large amount of people is keeping up with whatever was agreed upon as true, and they're further developing it, and they're really into it, it's going to be easy to kind of just fall into it and be like, okay, yeah, that's true then. That's what reality is then. But it's just a group effort of making something that is inherently not true, is inherently just an illusion, feel real, feel true. And there's nothing wrong with this. This is what we do as spirits to experience realities, to experience something. Where we go wrong is when we forget that we created it, and it's not actually what it is. We just decided it's going to be that. Once you can let go of everything that makes you human, you'll be free. This is the beginning stages of that. To not be human is to not fall victim to how you're perceiving something, and know that, okay, that is just how I'm perceiving it. That might not be what it is. And with perceptions comes assumptions as well. Because something appears a certain way, you assume something else. And it's so slick. We do this so often, we don't even realize that that was a complete assumption. You don't even know. You see. That clarity of just knowing, okay, this is just my perception of it. That could definitely not be it. And I'm not going to make any assumptions either. And just that clarity alone is freeing. Because you're not up under any confusion. You're not in up under any fog or confusion or any illusions. So once you can kind of change and mold your perception and your mind frames, and eradicate certain thought forms and eradicate certain mindsets that you've been in, and um, perceive things in your own way that better suits you and better and leaves you better off. The more you can do this and just on a regular basis change and morph, the less human you will be, the more free you will be. And don't freedom feel good, especially when it's on a soul level. When you're getting out of certain thoughts and mind frames and perceptions and things that's just been holding you down because you've been in it for so long. It done condensed and became your face and certain looks you be having, your surroundings. When you can get out of these things at will, go back in these things at will, depending on each situation, I'm going to view and perceive love like this when it comes to this situation. When it comes to this situation, I'm going to perceive love like this. When it comes to that situation, I'm going to perceive love like this. And you could just change. You'll feel so much more free. You don't prescribe to any mindset, to any mind frame, to any perception. You don't subscribe to any of them. You use them all as a bitch at will in any situation, in all situations. So you want to rebel against anything human, down to this body. This is just a stale, outdated mindset, mind frame, thought form. That's all this is. You're in this bitch. The little bit of space between your bones, all the space in your body, you're that space that occupies your body. It's so dense, so it's barely any space, but it's space. You're that space. And this old, outdated thought form, this is how you used to think. This is dying, right? You're getting older. That means you're dying. But you're not the one that's dying. You're in the thing that's dying. So you need to detach from it so you don't go down with it. So stop seeing yourself as your body. Stop falling into your perceptions of things and your mindset and identifying with your mindset and identifying with your beliefs and believing your perception for more what it is. Believing your perception as objective truth when it's just a fucking perception. The more you can do this, the less human you will be, the more free you will be. We've done the human thing already. We've been caterpillars. Now it's time to be a fucking butterfly. To do that, you gotta reject anything that still makes you a caterpillar. If caterpillars like eating grass and butterflies like eating bugs, you gotta force yourself to like eating bugs. You gotta rebel against grass. You feel what I'm saying? Once you can let go of everything that makes you human, you will be free.